We're back for another update. Let's take a look at the Richard ecosystem today. Let's take a look at PulseX, PLS, incentive token, pHEX along with eHEX. And what we'll first do is we'll take a look at PulseX because it is my favorite coin among the Richard ecosystem. And we'll take a look at the PulseX die chart. And I wanted to bring it to your attention that we have rejected off the 78.6% fib. Okay, right over here. Okay, if we even take a look at the PulseX / WPLS pair, we can see that the rejection is more significant. So if we take a fib from this high down to this low, you see how we rejected at the 786 right here? And like I say in all of my previous videos, in order for us to have bullish continuation upwards, PulseX needs a push above this level. Okay? Above 40336 and 403251. Okay, we need to see a daily push, a clean break above this level in order to confirm that this in fact is our wave 1 to the upside, and this is our wave 2, and now we're ready to start our wave 3, right? But as long as we stay under this 786 here, 886, then we must be open-minded to the possibility that this is your A wave, this is an A, B, C for your B wave, and then we come down for a C wave, likely towards this region right over here. Okay, likely to this region at 40s1953 and 40s1815. Okay, so remember, PulseX bulls, they want to see a push above this level. If you guys haven't seen the first video that I made today, please go ahead and take a look at that. I show you the bullish and bearish scenarios on ETH and Bitcoin, and that's something I want you guys to be mindful of. So remember, like I say in my last video on the Richard ecosystem, this could be on PulseX a broadening bottom pattern, right? We have an ABC down for our partial decline before seeing a blast off from here. Or we would just see a little bit of a retrace and then come down to take out this low towards the 88.6% fib. Okay? Measured from our September 2023 low up to our March high. Okay, you see how we hit the 786? We hit the 786 over here. We perfectly called the bottom on our YouTube, and then we rallied by over 120%. Okay, but the 886 is right over here. So that if we came to tap it, that would be a fifth touch point in the broadening bottom pattern before we see that blast off in 2025. All this would be, the structure would just be more rounded. It wouldn't make the macro structure bearish. It would just be a little bit more rounded, and then in 2025 we have the blast off. Okay, this would be the absolute worst case scenario for PulseX, where we go below 40s1815 and then come down towards the macro 886 at 40s1169 for the fifth touch point within our broadening bottom pattern, and then continuation to Valhalla in 2025. Okay, so remember, in order for us to have continuation up here, and in order to validate the possibility that this is a wave 1 and this is a wave 2, we must see daily closure above this level here in order for us to have continuation up. Let's go ahead and take a look at PLS, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at incentive token. Okay, so this is PLS here. right here. And we are forming a double top here. Okay, this is our double top right here. What bulls want to see is a push above this level here, which would be sitting at, let me see here. Okay, a push above 405965 on the daily time frame, so we can confirm that we're going to have continuation up. This would be your wave 1, this would be your wave 2, and then we have a wave 3 to the upside. Okay, I want to see a push above this level. We can also have deviation. We can also have a deviation above the highs towards the 123.6% fib for a flat pattern. So it could do this as well, right? This could be your 3 down in your A. This could be your 3 up in your B. And then we have a 5-wave move to the downside back below the 100-day moving average. Okay? Just something to be very mindful of. I want to see a clean break above these highs in order for us to confirm that we're going to have continuation up. Let's go ahead and take a look at incentive token over here. Okay, now this is incentive token. And we have rejected off the 50% fib, and we are piercing below the 50-day moving average. Looks like we're headed back towards the 21-day, and if we do end up going below the 21-day moving average, then it's likely all this was over here was just a dead cat bounce before we have continuation down. Okay, back towards these lows at $1.36. Okay. Now, I will be reserving the roadmap for my Discord members, so if you guys want to know the exit targets on incentive token, the DCA levels, along with daily updates, then definitely click the link in the description below, okay? What bulls would want to see here going forward is a push back above this 50% fib, okay? A push back above this level here. Okay, you can use it on linear or log, right? I want to see a push back above this level, and in order for us to validate a continued move to the upside, and I want to see this 50-day moving average hold. If we lose this 50-day moving average and then get a daily closure below it, then it's very likely we'll come back towards these lows at $1.67, and then eventually tap these lows at $1.34. Okay, so I showed you PulseChain. I gave you the bullish and bearish scenarios along with the invalidation levels. I showed you incentive. I showed you PLS. Now let's take a look at pHEX. Okay, so we'll take a look at pHEX here. And we have a very similar structure to that of incentive token. You see this double top here? And there is always the possibility of a little bit of a deviation above the highs towards the 123.6% fib. Okay, so all I did to find this level over here is I just took a fib from this high down to this low. And this could be an A, B, and then you have a C wave. And then you come down for your C. So this would be your A, this would be your B, and then you have a C down. So I want to see a push above 0.01955 on the daily, and especially 0.02173 in order to invalidate the possibility that this is just a flat pattern. Okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at HEX. And HEX, similar to that of incentive token, has rejected off the 50% fib this morning and is attempting a pierce below the 9-week moving average or the 9-day moving average. If you lose the 21-day moving average right over here, this blue line, then it's likely we'll see continuation down below 0.00162. Okay, and then this would be your A, this would be your B, and then you come down for a C wave like that. Or this would be a wave 1, a wave 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so forth. Okay, so these are the levels that I want you guys to be mindful of going forward, and definitely be cognizant of the invalidation levels on Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you guys haven't seen my previous video that I made this morning on USDT dominance, Bitcoin, and ETH, then please go ahead and take a look at that. It's very insightful and will probably give you a little bit more, it will probably give you a little bit more guidance on where the rest of this ecosystem is headed from here on out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to stay updated, then definitely click the link in the description below to join the Discord. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.